Duke Luca Abel tore down the original palace in Karnaca, where his father once pinned a medal to my chest. Over the ruins, the Duke built a structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Serkonos for years. A sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego. I owe it to the people of my homeland to make this right. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can you feel it? This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You deserve peace, my love.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
I can't believe it's taken this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it. Are you ready for this?
I've broken into palaces before. They're made to keep out armies. Stopping a single man who's dedicated to his cause, that's another story altogether.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile. Emily and I have a lot to think about after all this is done.
Meet me at the skiff. It's likely that the palace is trashed. They say the Duke lives like a 12-year-old tyrant. If we make it all the way back to Dunwall, there are some things I need to tell you. Ready to visit the Duke?
We should head out.
At the palace, the Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
Why don't they just overthrow him?
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall. Toadies sucking up to Emily made me want to be back on the streets in Serkonos.
You're forgetting what that's like. I watched those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you struggled. After years in court, I'm a nobody again. But what I've seen here will stay with me when I return to Dunwall Tower. Being in Karnaca again has given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Stuff comes in. It's got to get where it's going. That's why they call it the black market. Can't just sit here.
Between the flies and the filth, it's getting hard to breathe around here.
Hey, you. You seem different. Can you help me out with a bit of coin? You're a good one. You know, there's a place near here, in some rocks behind a fountain. People have always left offerings there. That's where I started having those odd dreams. See you sometime.
Damn it! Now we're getting somewhere. See? See? I told you!
Bastard! The Duke's given the Grand Guard leeway to create new fees when needed. You know who else had a nice shop? That clock.
Serafina, the shop burned down.
Yeah, my report said it was probably the Howlers. But no one knows how the fire started.
Captain, her brother died in that fire.
Sleep inside drunk, from what I remember. We got until tomorrow to pay up.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one? You bet. How come you never eat with us when we're working through this district?
Yeah, there's this old lady on a couple weeks back.
So you say the boat's moored in the bay and they haven't paid any taxes.
Exactly.
They'll pay for that. We should get our due.
Why is there a wall of light?
Damn it! Damn it! I need to pee!
All right, let me take a look around.
Blood flies, maybe? I hope not. It was coming from here.
Let's see.
Nope. Nobody there. Nothing. Whatever.
The Overseers are still waging war against the Howlers in the Dust District, despite everything else going on. That's what happens when you've got someone like the Duke running things.
Things are about to change. I can feel it. My husband's been trying to sell our woodworking shop. If we can, we're packing.
More bad things have happened here in the last...
You bet I am. I just got the answer about my transfer inland. Relocation denied.
Look on the bright side. The pay is better here than anywhere else, and we get to do the job how we see fit. Nobody's...
There's another spirit here. Beyond it, it's a cage of flesh.
You're not losing your nerve, I hope.
No, not at all. But how do you know which one is the Duke? I don't know where they found that guy with the political decoy job, but he looks and acts just like the Duke. I can't tell them apart.
There are subtle differences.
All right. Assuming you can pick out Duke Luca, how are we gonna get his key?
You leave that to me. Who knows what he's got in that vault? We'll be halfway to Bristol and rich before he's nursing the next day's hangover.
That's a good plan, the way this place is run. You sure he always keeps the key with him?
I'm sure. We'll do it tomorrow night when there's only one squad scheduled for patrol. Just be ready.
Oh, that tasted awful. The palace. Maybe I can find another way to neutralize the Duke.
You know who's assigned to protect the Duke's quarters tonight?
Nope. As long as it's not me, I don't care. It was never any fun.
I'm not sure who's worse, the Duke or his body double. One's half likely to have you flogged for looking at him wrong. The other might just bore you to death.
Just have to finish my shift.
I wonder if the
Then I can
rumors are
go
true
home.
about the Crown Killer.
My feet up.
The Royal Protector, really? Oh, what a bunch of degenerates. This shirt reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
That's hot!
Gotta keep my mind on my duties. Forget about that kiss. Oh, that kiss. It must be nice to be on the Duke's payroll.
Make a note. Remove this playback after the final field test.
Of course, the Duke kept some of the clockwork soldiers for himself.
New machines and new ideas. We eat the finest foods and we're guests in the Grand Palace.
The old woman living the alley.
You've been paying every day for weeks now. All of this to maintain a statue?
Someone said the new waves Empress statue.
He's trying to pull off some witchcraft.
Pretending to sign papers each day, but at least I read them, which is more than he can say. For his friends at how bad mine are. Bastard.
I'm long overdue for a day to myself. Whatever I want.
don't know what hurts more, my feet or my neck. They're running me.
Whatever you need, I can't help you.
If the old Duke could only see this. Wasteful expense, wanton flesh.
And such terrible wines. At least he knew better than to serve Tivian with hagfish.
Joke if you want to. Our new Duke spends more in 1 month than his father spent in a year. Old Theodana Sabel was tight with the coin.
Why worry? When the war is done, we'll have it back tenfold in tribute. This is the Sertonian age, my friend.
Playback for detection registered.
It's not about merit. The inner circle.
I'm only human. One trait. Do they think there are two of me? It'll be a long night.
You have to understand. I'm going to call for help.
Leave me alone!
No.
What's going on here? But you could be reading the letter right now. Thinking about
Something.
all this, the new palace, the throne room. Is it really enough? It just looks shabby after a while.
More bad things have happened here in the last 5 years than in all the years of my life before that. I know that much.
Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibilities weigh upon me. As you were. Dunwall's always been a place of strange luck for me. My poor brother died there. But that's where I met Delilah. No offer to bow or kiss my hand?
I'm not that kind of visitor.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
You're the Duke's double, aren't you? I'm here to take him down, but I might need your help. Do you want to listen to what I have to say?
Ah, you're perceptive. You've figured it out.
I have no doubt that you'd be a more agreeable Duke than Luca Abel. If I wanted to depose him without having to cut out his heart, could you convince people that you're the Duke?
She wouldn't know commotion would clear his head.
People don't hide their faces unless they're up to something bad.
I don't even like to hear them talk. They're called lower class for a reason. Low, lower, lowest.
You've been warned. I'm gonna call for help.
Who would marry me? How was work today, darling? Did you have trouble pretending to be that clown? Oh. No offer to bow or kiss my hand.
I'm not that kind of visitor.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
You're the Duke's double, aren't you? I'm here to take him down, but I might need your help. Do you want to listen to what I have to say?
All right, you've figured it out. But if you're not here to assassinate the Duke, what do you want?
I have no doubt that you'd be a more agreeable Duke than Luca Abel. If I wanted to depose him without having to cut out his heart, could you convince people that you're the Duke?
That's bold. I have to admit it's crossed my mind. If people believed that I was actually Duke Abel, and that he was the political decoy, we could have him committed for lunacy. We could convince everyone that the Double's finally lost his mind, and believes he's the Duke. I've spent years perfecting my performance. But there's a catch. He's got a medallion that I need. Even if I sound convincing, which should be the easy part, his Grand Guard officers will ask to see the medallion as proof. Luca never puts it aside.
All right. It shouldn't take me long. Once it's done, I'll be leaving the city. Soon after, I'll send instructions from Dunwall, and I'll expect a great deal of flexibility and cooperation on your part. There's still time to pull Serkonos back from the edge of the cliff. We can undo the damage Duke Abel has inflicted.
I'd like that. But I'll guide Serkonos in the ways I see fit for the people here, not as the hand-chosen puppet of your empire. If you agree with that, just render the Duke unconscious and bring him to his chambers. I'll handle the rest.
This opens the Duke's vault.
It's impossible to get good help these days. Sometimes I think I'll just do it myself. But then again, I have such a twingy bag to keep my mind.
The tea's too hot, the bath's too cold, my chest has a wrinkle. Do it yourself, if it's gotta be so bleeding perfect.
He's there.
Who's fooling around? You need something?
That's it then. Now it's up to me. I'll take the medallion and call them.
I'll be watching. Break a leg.
Don't worry. I've spent years mimicking this asshole. Captain Almeida, come at once to my chambers. There's a problem. Quick, hide up there.
Are you all right?
Yes, Captain. Please arrest this clown. Seems that he took his role a little too seriously. Get your hands off me! He served me well for years. We'll never find anyone else who so bears my resemblance. Take him away, Captain, but be
I
gentle.
think I understand, Your Eminence. We'll handle it.
Something we could do for him. I suppose all those years pretending he was me, that eventually took its toll. No! Stop! I am the Duke of Securus! You can't do this!
Dr. Hypatia at Adamire will know what to do with the poor man.
I'm still trying to get my head around this. It's incredible.
Let's see what Duke of Bell keeps hidden away in here. The Duke's vault.
If this plays, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil. Okay, the machine has detected something. If this plays, the machine has lost its quarry. indicates the search protocol is underway. Extending exploration of the area. When this plays, search is underway. Running search protocol. Search playback.
This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel. Only then will you be able to trap Delilah's spirit.
Jessamine, your spirit comforts me. How can I let you go?
I've given you all I can, my love. Tried to guide you. Now our daughter will need you.
Be at peace, my dear Empress. Star of my sky.
Your eyes, your hands, your heart. With my last thought.
Then it's done. Now it's time to return to Mars.
The heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
I wonder if it was even really alive. That should do it.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
The Duke's had a change of heart. Things are shifting.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
It looks that way. To find a way to help Emily, and to give her back the throne.
Ready then?
I'm ready if you are.
All right. As you want.